Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
All of our guests today, including Amar Doman, standing by, brought to you by our friends up in Campbell River, Winsome Communications Group. And there's a good reason we're playing LL Cool J coming into this segment. As we told you at the top of the show, LL Cool J will be the feature act at the Lions concert kickoff.
Yep.
Saturday, June 17th. It starts at 3 o'clock, game at 4. The concert at 3 o'clock, again, featuring hip-hop icon LL Cool J. And joining us now, BC Lions owner Amar Doman. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing just great, guys. Thanks for having me on.
What sold you on LL Cool J?
Sells itself. We were so fortunate to have him join us. This really came over the plate nicely. We got it put together, a couple of weeks ago now, and just had the finishing touches done. And to have a legend like him come into the house and kick off our season, I could not be more happier. And it appears the fan base is all in on this thing.
Amar, how tough is that? How tough is that process to get a big name act like that to a football game like yours?
It's a lot of work. There's a lot of detail, just in certain acts wanting to, have things, done in a certain way, the staging, how many minutes they're going to play. There's a lot of stuff that goes into the cauldron. There's big checks to write. It's a big deal. And, if you want to do something right, though, trying to bring in the correct talent to really line up with the polish of the BC Lions organization. You've got to go all in with this stuff, I believe, and I think we're doing it the right way. And there's a lot of work to be done, going into it. But, when the final product comes out and you see the fans happy, that's the bottom line.
He's a hip-hop icon. He's a rock and roll Hall of Famer. Amar, you have to tell me, does he have any riders in his contract, like only green M&Ms? What does LL Cool J want?
We're all under NDA, so I can't talk about that.
So there's something.
But, there's stuff, and it's pretty unique seeing how these guys roll, and they roll large.
Okay, he wears a bucket hat all the time. I don't know if the BC Lions have a bucket hat. You've got everything else. But we've got a new white Donnie and Dolly bucket hat, and you can tell LL Cool J if he wants to wear one during the concert, we'll give it to him, no problem. So pass that message along, Amar.
Pass it along.
Done and done. We'll do that, and I think we probably will have some special merchandise done up for that particular game.
Nice. Okay, so we mentioned LL Cool J. It's just not about him leading up to the home opener, right?
Correct. So we've got a Friday night party leading up to the home opener, which is going to be great on Terry Fox Plaza. We've got Famous Players Band kicking that one off, and then we've got the Trues playing, which is going to be incredible Saturday afternoon. The party starts around 12. And then at 3 o'clock, we go inside the building to watch the icon LL Cool J kick things off from around 3 to 3:45. And then, of course, the main event being the Edmonton Elks playing us coming in kicks off just after 4 o'clock. So it's going to be a heck of a day, Saturday, June 17th. And the crowds are already building for this, which is great. The ticket sales are almost double last year already. And we're very excited about, I think, how noisy things are going to be in the Dome.
Amar, you bought the team in 2021. Here we are now, another season upon us. Season tickets, revenue, everything. How's it going for you so far?
Sure. So I won't give precise numbers, but last check-in yesterday on our season's tickets, we're close to doubling last year.
Oh, nice.
And we've got a long way to go. But, man, it's I just can't thank the fans enough. And I think these 4 o'clock starts, I know we discussed that last time we met up.
Yeah.
Getting on the Sky Train, all those things, I really believe this is going to be a game changer to get families to come to these games in the summer on a Saturday afternoon as opposed to a Saturday night. You can still have your barbecue at home, go out for dinner, plan your night. And you can come into a football game in the afternoon and have a good time. And I really believe that's going to help also the island people. Of course, me being from the island originally, knowing you can get back on that last ferry. We've got the buses as well ready for you at our cost. You just have to get on the boat and we'll take care of the rest.
What about the in-game experience? You, as owner, you have to worry about lineups, beer, all that stuff at BC Place. How is that coming along?
Yeah, so BC Place, Pavco, obviously government-owned, controls that. They've been great to work with. We've made adjustments with them. They've been listening. They're trying hard. It's a big building with big overhead. Let's face it, guys. It's a big building, but It's a great building as well for football. The field, the stands, everything is good. We've done some work with BC Place on the concessions. As you know, we throw the street parties outside in conjunction with them, and I'm helping subsidize, the beers and the margs and everything like that, keeping the price point good for families. We know how tough inflation is. Coming to a Lions game is not going to break the bank. It's going to be a great few hours, and it'll be affordable. Haven't changed the ticket prices. We've done a lot of great things to keep the momentum going of what we're rebuilding here with the BC Lions.
All right, the Grey Cup is in Vancouver next year. You're working on that. Any special stuff, or is that still in the early stages?
I'll tell you that there's already a lot of planning going on. The hotel rooms have to be booked. The convention centers are booked. Like, there's so much going on. I'm the chair of the Grey Cup committee, so a lot of this stuff is crossing my desk early. But really, you have to plan something that big, a week-long party in Vancouver. And I think it's going to be really interesting for the younger generation that has not seen a Grey Cup or seen what kind of a vibe that can bring to the city. It's going to be crazy here. Just with what we're doing with the BC Lions, we're going to supercharge the Grey Cup here. There's going to be so much fun, and we can't wait no matter who's going to be in the Grey Cup, but we're going to throw a hell of a party here for the CFL.
Talking with Amar Doman. Amar, 2022, Rick touched on this, but 2022 was your first full season of ownership with the Lions. What did you learn, and is there anything you would do differently?
I would just say, the fans really showed up. And I think us, being involved in the community has really made the difference of people starting to, hear and talk about the BC Lions. This team is relevant again as a sports enterprise in BC. It only took a couple of years. We're out on the sidelines with flag football, all these different things that we're investing in, uniforms, flags, jerseys. The signs are up all over the place down the Granville Bridge. We're visible. And, investing in the dance team, our staff is amazing. These guys, the whole team, they're all working hard. And of course, last year we had a great season. We were a touchdown away from making the big dance. And, it was a great ride last year as well. The team's basically intact. We've got two great quarterbacks. VA is going to lead the way last night. 12 for 12. He was on fire. The team looks sharp. Coaching staff is first class. I would rival our receiving core against anybody in the league. I think we're going to be a very competitive organization. The goal is to make the playoffs. But to answer your question, Donnie, I would not change anything that we've done. And I just want to thank the fans for showing up.
Yeah. By the way, you mentioned flag football. We know you're coaching. Farhan brought that up yesterday on our show. So good on you. One of your boys is involved. You mentioned VA. Vernon Adams last night went 12 for 12. I know I've asked you this before, but now that we're a couple of games into the preseason, or the preseason is over with, what's your confidence level in your number one quarterback?
Extremely high. He's found his right place in life here, I think, in BC. This guy back in Oregon, too. He is a dual threat quarterback. I think he's going to do some damage here. His receiving core and him have bonded very nicely. Our O-line's tougher than ever, giving him that extra second that he needs. And look, if he wants to take off, he can take off, just like Nathan did. This guy can run, and defense can get confused pretty quickly. So we're very excited about the opportunity with, Big Play VA starting and having a whole kind of off season to learn the offense, full training camp. I think he's going to do some good damage for BC. An exciting guy to watch, and he's just a gentleman as well.
Amar, as you slowly turn things around in Vancouver, what is the overall perception about the league in your eyes? Is it strong in your eyes, coast to coast?
It's getting stronger. I think the challenge is in Edmonton with, they're having a tough time winning games, and we don't like to see that as a league. Montreal, as you know, just changed ownerships. There was 13 bids for that franchise. When it went up for sale, one of the wealthiest people in Quebec bought it, Pierre Carpelledu. It's on solid footing. He's talking about a new stadium. There's a lot of good stuff going on here in BC, of course. In the middle section of the country's great. Toronto winning the Grey Cup, we think that was a great thing because it brought back relevance into that city. Drake was hosting the Cup. They got a lot of profile on that. That was a heck of a Grey Cup too, by the way. It's back on the map in Toronto. So we think things are probably healthier than they've been in a long time. And we're going to do our job out here west to make sure it's strong.
One more, Amar, if you don't mind. Our Delaney's OK Tire and Langley inbox and Twitter, everything on social media is full of love for yourself and what you're doing as relatively new owner of the BC Lions. How do you react to that?
The thanks goes to the fans and to the team and the guys that are doing the job. I'm just one person here, but the vision here and the passion for the BC Lions is unrivaled coming out of my office. And I think, when we set the table that way, everything falls into line. The team is really, these guys are the real act. And, I'm just, again, one piece of it here, but the fans coming in, engaging with the team, getting loud again, that's where the thanks goes to. And, we're just going to be here for a lot of years. There's going to be good years and tough years in the win and loss column. We know that it's sports, but we're on a nice upswing right now. Let's ride at BC and have a good time.
Take care of our friend Matt Baker. He does a great job for you.
Good guy. Good guy.
Yeah. Amar, thanks so much. All the best with this CFL season with the BC Lions, and certainly on the 17th with LL Cool J.
Awesome. We'll see you guys on the 17th and get those hats ready.
You bet.
All right.
We will.
All right.
Thanks, Amar. Appreciate it. BC Lions owner Amar Doman.